Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Cy Brown and welcome to the Cy Brown Morning Show. I am happy you're hanging out with me today. I hope you have an awesome, wonderful day today, or depending upon when you're listening to this show, I hope you had a wonderful day today, because as you already know, if you missed any of our episodes, you can go right to iTunes and just type in Cy Brown Morning Show, or you can go to SoundCloud, or you can just even listen on our blog, cybrownfitness.com. But I just want to say thank you for supporting me. Listen, we are in the month of June, and at the end of this month, on June 26th, I celebrate, was that 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7 years hosting this podcast. 7 years. I was hosting this doggone podcast for 2 years before people even knew what the heck a podcast was. So if you really want to get some laughs, you can go back to some of my first shows. I think it was either one of the first 3 shows we talked about Katy Perry's song, I Kissed a Girl. And she was saying, I kissed a girl, and I liked it. And there was this huge debate about that because people were not as out 7 years ago as they are right now. So I remember that. And then we talked to Richard Shorter, the hip-hop Republican, and one of my favorite shows of all times is when Tina Marie, our beloved Tina Marie, was on the show, and she sang and she prayed and she talked about her daughter and she talked about Rick James. So before I get too sentimental, we're going to save the anniversary show and all the wonderful snippets we're going to play from past shows for the end of June. But in the meantime, today's show, I'm talking about 10 things every woman needs to be doing for her health. You all know, as a trainer and as a fitness enthusiast, there's just some basic stuff that women and men need to do. And I've gotten flack from men at times where they're telling me, Cy, it's women this and cosmetics and beauty. What about us? Listen, hold your horses, buddy. I have some tips for men too. But today's show is just things that women need to be doing for our health on a consistent basis. And it's kind of like, you're supposed to eat your vegetables every day, but if someone doesn't tell you, you kind of don't think about it. So I'm hoping that's what today's podcast does. It serves as just a little gentle reminder of the things that we all need to be doing for our health. And I will say this, I don't feel I'm privileged in any way. I am just a chick from Jersey who has a really cool job. But I had my facial today, and I know people that have never had a facial. I know people that get a facial once a month. I try to get my facials every other month and then chemical peels like twice a year because I really need to take care of my skin. You all know I'm in my mid-40s. I am not a spring chicken anymore. And our skin is our biggest pore. And I have found, peep this, right by where the side of my face touches my ear. It sounds really weird, but along the hairline, but not really where the hair is. It just goes down, almost going towards the chin. But just follow that line from where your face meets your ear. I developed a lot of pimples or bumps or something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So I asked my esthetician today, and she said that's because when I'm perspiring, I'll usually take the palm of my hand and wipe it off. But what I'm doing is I'm actually pressing the perspiration into open pores. I know that sounds gross, right? But just think about it. You'll take your hand and you'll wipe. Well, as you're wiping, you're actually pushing the sweat into your open pores. Your pores get clogged, and ta-da, you have bumps. So it's just like all these little things that I'm learning that I really want to share with you. So today, some things that women need to be doing for their health. So one of the first things we need to be doing is monthly breast exams. Please check your boobies. My friend Nick McLean has a blog, My Fabulous Boobies, and when I saw her When I first saw her blog some years ago, probably it's been about, like 8, 9 years, I didn't realize it was a blog about her surviving breast cancer. I was like, will she have a blog, My Fabulous Boobies? But it was really about her overcoming breast cancer and then the reconstructive surgery and then her learning to date. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful blog. But breast self-exams are a really good way and free way to see if you have any abnormalities in that area. If you're not sure how to do it, ask your doctor, ask your primary care, or go to your gyno, and they can definitely help you. I prefer women doctors because I just do, and they tell you anything, any and everything you want to know. So I have the most amazing doctors, and self-breast exams are very important, especially since some insurance companies don't want to pay for mammograms, or they have all these parameters in which you have to, all these hoops you have to jump through in order for them to pay for your mammogram. And I was like, my mom died from ovarian cancer. I'm not a candidate. I was in my mid-30s. They told me I wasn't old enough. So screw you, insurance companies. Test your own boobies. If you feel something a little off, left of center, talk to your doctor. Next thing, don't smoke. I mean, this is a no-brainer. But so many people smoke. Smoking is just terrible for your health, male or female. But lung cancer is the most deadly cancer to women in wealthy countries, including the United States. Now, obviously, I just shared that my mom lost a courageous battle with ovarian cancer, which she couldn't help. But so many cancers are derived from smoking that you can prevent. So just don't do it. If you need help, there's smoking cessation groups all across the country. Try your best. And, you know, what happens is, and I've spoken to a lot of people, I can say proudly that I've never smoked in my entire life. I think I tried it once in high school and thought I was going to die. So that just hasn't been my thing. Not to say I don't have other vices, but that's just not one of them. Please, please don't smoke. It gets in your hair, gets in your clothes. I do not let people smoke in my car. It's just a yucky habit, so don't do it. The next thing, number 3, that women should be doing for their health, every badass woman needs to be doing this, is getting your pap smear. Pap smears test for signs of cervical cancer, and according to the American Cancer Society, women over the age of 21 should get pap smears done every 3 years. I go once a year because I am a woman of a certain age, and we have to get them done. I will say this. They cannot check for ovarian cancer, so if anybody wants information on ovarian cancer, please hit me up because I am a wealth of knowledge. But ladies, get your pap smears. Just get up in those stirrups, have them check, see what's going on up there, and make sure you're okay. Amen? Amen. Another thing we need to be doing is skin checks. Listen to this. Now, you know I'm black, and I never thought that I could, get sunburned. And I got a sunburn one year. I could not believe it. My skin started peeling. I'm like, what in the heck? You have to check your skin. You can get skin cancer, and even if you see like little freckles or moles, you need to have those checked out because you don't know if it could be cancerous or if there could just be something wrong. I'm definitely not trying to go overboard with cancer this, cancer that, but it's the reality in which we live. So just check yourself. Be healthy. Make sure you're safe. Another thing we need to be doing, ladies, STI screenings, sexually transmitted infections. If you're old enough to have sex, then you're old enough to be getting checked. Hop up on that table, put your feet in the stirrups, have them stick that cotton swab up in there. I know it sounds a little vulgar, but get yourself checked out. There are so many diseases, chlamydia, gonorrhea, crabs, obviously, as my friend calls it, the HIV. There's just so many. And, I have 2 sons. You all know I've been doing this show since they were both in high school. And I don't condone premarital sex because of my religious beliefs. But I have, I sit on the board of a clinic. You all know that too. And we get condoms. And I've always kept a cookie jar of condoms in their room. I don't ask questions for any of them, for them or any of their friends. And they're able to get condoms if they need it. When I see the cookie jar getting low, I do a refill. There's some sexually transmitted diseases and infections that don't go away, like herpes. So you want to make sure that you're clean, that your down there is clean, safe. Come on, ladies. If you can sleep with people, you can be responsible to get yourself checked out. Tip number 6, go to the dentist. Oh, I have been going to the dentist for the last year, and I do not want to go back, but I'm still getting work done. I neglected my teeth for so long that now two of my teeth were cracking from around my filling. So I had to have them reconstructed or rebuilt. I don't know what my dentist did, but she is awesome. So I'm having all my old fillings taken out, getting tooth-colored fillings put in, getting teeth built. Just go to the dentist. I can't even tell you why I neglected my teeth. And what's really something is when I first started getting my dental work, I took a picture. I opened my mouth, and I took a picture of my top teeth and my bottom teeth. And my husband was like, Saideh, you are absolutely crazy. But you know what? People see me on Facebook and social media where I was heavy and I lost weight. Now I'm looking good and my hair is curly and sometimes it's straight and I'm having fun with it. But my teeth were rotten, and they were rotting, and I had to get them fixed. So going to the dentist was very sobering, and I'm sharing this with you because y'all know I'm pretty transparent. But get your teeth, if your teeth are crooked, get them fixed. Take some of the money that you have, make payments, and get your teeth straightened out. So I'm right now getting all this dental work. It's a little on the pricey side, but one thing, your teeth are tied to your nutrition. This was told to me many, many years ago. When you're older, having no teeth will prohibit you from properly chewing and digesting your food. And so I have even found, as I'm getting dental work, I find that I will not eat nuts, and I love nuts, and I find myself eating much softer foods like eggs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, subconsciously just because I don't want my teeth to crack. One of my teeth cracked because I was eating bacon. So that's how sensitive my teeth were. And just be mindful that some people's teeth are a lot more sensitive than others, but do what you have to do to get them fixed so that they're nice and strong so there's a minimal effect on your nutrition when you're 70 and 80 years old. Amen? Amen. Precautions against heart disease. Tip number 7. Heart disease is a huge risk to American women. You know why? Because we eat, the food gets stored in our belly, it takes more energy, more pressure on your heart for you to just get up and walk. And people think heart disease is just for men. So not true. It affects women just as often, if not more so. I don't have an exact stat on it, but it affects women just as frequently as it affects men. Listen, take care of your heart. As a trainer, I have to tell you, get your cardio in, get as much exercise as you can get in, which is actually tip number 8, so I'm combining 7 and 8. Get your exercise in, get your cardio in, work that heart. Your heart is a muscle. Blood pumps through your heart. You need a healthy heart to keep your body functioning. So even when we talk about that, in addition to that, just exercise. Adults should really engage in moderate intensity aerobic exercise 30 minutes a day. And I even have a trainer that I work with, and he says I need 300 minutes a week. That is 5 days a week at an hour. Some weeks I hit it, some weeks I exceed it, many weeks I don't, but I cannot be knocked for trying. Scheduling and things get in the way, but I want my heart healthy. I want to know that if I have to run or something like that, I can actually make it. I don't want to get winded. And that's another reason, taking us back to the top of this podcast, about smoking. Smoking can have such irreparable damage and cause harm on your body. So please, I just want us to live. I just want us to be healthy. So please, 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 can you just do me that solid and try to eat better and look better and feel better so we can all live? I want everybody to be healthy. Tip number 9, eat well. Listen, you can eat well even on a tight budget. Just have smaller portions. It's really important that you have vegetables, and as little fat as possible. Just try to eat as healthy and as well as you can with the money that you have. Everybody cannot afford organic and free-range chicken and cage-free eggs, but do the best you can for as long as you can. And if your money is a little tight, which mine was when I first started this fitness journey, you can pull back. You don't have to eat as much. And once you change your palate and your body starts to shift from needing as much food in such large portions, you'll find that it's not as expensive as you think to eat well. And tip number 10 for you ladies, talk to your doctor. Talk. Hear me out. Sometimes I talk to my doctor. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I ask questions just to sound intelligent. Has anybody else done that besides me? Like you're like, so, well, if this happens, then what about this? And then if I digest it, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But at least it lets the doctor know that I'm concerned and I want to be engaged and I want to take a proactive role and approach in my own health. So talk to your doctor and then listen. Everybody's got Google. If you're not sure of something, just Google it. But I need you to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So let me just sum this up really, really quickly because we're almost at the end of today's show. Do your own self-breast exams if possible. Try to refrain from smoking. Make sure you get your annual pap smears. Do skin checks. There's so much information that you can find about your skin online. So just Google it. Make sure that those pimples or blackheads or things that you see, just a quick sidebar, I thought I had freckles on my nose and that, you know, as I was getting older, I was getting freckles. It was really blackheads where it was dirt in my pores. So really check your skin and start to know your skin. I know that sounds a little gross, but I thought it was freckles and it was really dirt in my pores. It was blackheads. Get checked for sexually transmitted infections and diseases. Make sure you go to the dentist. Take precautions against heart disease. Get plenty of exercise. Remember, try to get an hour a day for 5 days a week if you can. That's what was recommended to me. As best as you can. Try to get as close to that as possible. Eat well, and then talk to your doctor. So I hope these tips really help you. And like I said at the top of the podcast, these are things that we all probably know, but it's really good to have a little gentle reminder every now and again. So always remember that we shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that we can do or any kindness that we can show to any human being, let us do it now. Let us not defer or neglect it, for we shall not pass this way again. Thank you so much for listening to the Cy Brown Morning Show, and I'll see you tomorrow.
1, 2, 3, 4.